David Bradshaw with Awaken The Dawn.
What just happened at Awaken The Dawn?
Yeah, we just finished 5 days of 24-hour worship, prayer, and gospel proclamation. Unbelievable time together. We had 5 tents on the Truman property here in Kansas City, a partnership with the Send. 5 of the tents were 24/7, teams from all over the world. We had teams from the Middle East, teams from Morningstar, from the East Coast, teams from Midwest, West Coast, Israel. We had an Israel tent, a global tent, and then 3 U.S. tents. And so it was unbelievable. Everybody came on their own dime, laid down their life in the field, cried out to God for an unprecedented move of God in this generation. And then every night we were together with just thousands of people from all over the world. I mean, it was like a thin place. I mean, the Lord was tangibly on that property with us. I think something historic happened, actually. I think things are moving forward because of what happened on that property over the past 5 days.
And what do you see God doing right now and here at the Send? What do you think God is going to do?
I think God is recalibrating us. I think we've been really, in many ways, so indoctrinated with our own agendas and ourselves, and we've been isolated from each other. And I think the Lord's bringing us together. I think there's something happening in people's hearts where I'm seeing a shift from just building our own ministries, building our own kingdoms, to washing the feet of the move of God and literally doing whatever it takes. Like, who cares who's on the platform? We've got to go after hosting the presence of God. We've got to go after the gospel going forward. We've got to go after John 17 unity. And we're seeing that in a very special way right now across the body of Christ. And I think the shakings all over the world, the difficulties in the nations right now, it's creating a vulnerability to love and to lay down other agendas. And I think that's happening. And I think here at the Send, this is an amazing collaborative moment. A lot of groups coming together. And there's a purity to what's happening that for me is very, very encouraging. So I think we saw that at Awaken the Dawn on the Truman property and all that's transpiring here in Kansas City. So I'm very encouraged by that. And I also think God is recalibrating us to the centrality of Jesus. I think we've had a lot of important issues, and they are important. They need to be talked about. But they're not more important than Jesus himself. And I think God's recalibrating our messaging, our perspective. Like, what if we built and led in such a way that the top priority was Jesus showing up? I mean, every decision was informed by that process, that thought process. And I think that recalibration is happening as well right now, because we're realizing there's no other way forward. Human ingenuity is insufficient right now, and I think that's becoming increasingly clear. So Jesus and the centrality of Jesus and his presence is increasingly being emphasized and recalibrated and awakened. And so I'm so encouraged by both those things. I'm encouraged by us finally coming together in more significant ways, I think. And I also think the recalibration around Jesus that's happening and around the gospel is so incredible. So I'm thankful for that.